terrible way for Alliance to wake up this morning, is it? Right, we're going to play against Secret. Okay. They're going to pick Brood. Oh, okay. They're also going to pick Arc. I mean, this Secret, they're here to win. This is, this is no time for clowning around. This is TI. Secret's turning up. Brood, Arc Warden, first game of the day. Good morning, Alliance.
So what? This is offlane Kunkka. We've seen Zai do that in a bit,
yeah,
right?
Zai
And then
Kunkka.
So they have like four heroes that kind of put pressure on. Brood puts pressure pretty quickly too.
And then
to
they've
make
got an
space.
Arc
Warden
as
for
the backup plan. Yeah, I mean, it's very likely with this Arc doesn't need to do anything this game, but if they need a backup plan, it's there.
He could get ran out a bit in the laning phase. That's the one thing I'm looking at. I think the Ogre and the Willow can put a decent amount of pressure on Arc Warden. The thing is that they have a Jakiro there too, who's going to be able to put pressure counters. So Alliance, you got to pull something out here. What is it? Okay, so the Tiny versus... So that's going to be the mid, right?
No, it's Mickey Tiny. Koifa's still going to go mid on DP. Maybe they will swap the lanes.
I think they might swap the lanes.
You think they might swap the lanes, but still, it's a hard game for Alliance. But
we get this beautiful...
We do. He's got the
beautiful
Tiny
set.
I mean, that's what, you feel like you've lost the game. What can you do? You can at least look good. Look good whilst you're losing, Mickey.
This
slams. But
let's see what they...
Can they do it?
Can they do it?
This is... if they can turn up and beat this sort of lineup from Secret with this sort of lineup from themselves in the first game of the group stage, they are going to feel on top of the world.
Yeah, they do still have... They have the Oracle and the Death Prophet, right? That combo is still very strong because the heals, the bonus that you get from it on the protection, but it's just this Broodmother that really just changes everything. Yeah. So, yeah, Mike, you're going to have a pretty solid time to make sure that mid one doesn't spiral out of control and just feed off of your supports that do not like playing versus Broodmother. Willow's not the worst, I guess, because you at least have the Realm to protect yourself, but Oracle, Oracle just has no fun versus that at all. No way to clear.
It's a rough one.
And they have at least like a one type of AoE stun to slow down the spiders going on people, but it's just one. They just have that tiny stun on that avalanche to slow down, and that's their only real the stun to actually deal with those spiders. They have the nuke from the DP, but yeah, this will be tough.
3 wins in a row. Brood, he's sufficiently warmed up mid-one. Last match 6-1-7 as this Brood. What have we got? Some magical stats from Tiger. 4 wins in a row.
Okay.
Only 8 commends in 25 matches. I think that's pretty toxic. Come on, Tiger, you got to step it up, sir. If you only get 8 in 25 matches.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be... Looks like the side lane, Mickey has mid items. So you have to do that. You cannot put Death Prophet mid versus it, so...
Well, let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started with our first game here, at least on this stream of the TI9 group stages. Secret versus Alliance. Secret, as we say, coming in with the big guns. The Broodmother, the Arc Warden, and Alliance with very little answers.
Dude, this sword is massive on Tiny. I love it.
The Tiny set is pretty dope. Look at these pictures as well. This is nice. Look at this. Yapsa with the ET. Look at the production value, ladies and gentlemen.
Lovely.
There's Nisha. Zai with that beautiful smile.
See already that we've got Yapsor queued up his items. And when we clicked on him right there, we saw he already has the urn ready to get picked up. He's going to go for Vessel. You're playing versus Death Prophet and Oracle. So.
Oh, this picture's great. Oh, look. Oh, quite. Oh, he looks. Oh, he looks.
He's happy.
No, he's.
Well, he was happy in the picture.
That's a cute picture, yeah. Mickey, very serious in thought. He's just looked at the draft. And Boxy, he's just happy he's getting to play some Ogre offlane.
Yeah.
He's ready to punch some people and whoa! That's why he only gets 8 command in 25 matches, because he's screaming down the microphone every game.
All right, let's see what we got going on. We see Puppies getting a little bit of wrap around here on top. They're just trying to secure themselves this top rune here. So 2 for 2, looks like. And Nisha will play very careful. So Nisha, he'll definitely get pressured in that bottom lane if they have that dual lane down there. And we'll see how top lane's going to do. I mean, this Death Prophet Oracle lane, not the best side lane.
No, not your traditional side.
No, definitely not. But they had to do this. They absolutely had to.
They've switched it around. They've taken him away from the Brood.
I'm curious how this is going to go in the mid lane, because like I said, we've seen a lot of these Broodmothers in pubs and everything, and it doesn't matter how well you do in the lane, because Brood just leaves, and it's going to outfarm you. So I'm wondering how Mickey is going to be able to just match the pace. Is he going to make moves around the map to try to secure that, to try to make space while the Broodmother's farming, or is he just going to push the tower and then try to get as much farm like that? I've seen people push the tower, and you still get out-farmed. You get the map control, though. That's the important thing. So just watching how these lanes turn out, because that's what Alliance... They double down on lanes when they pick this Tiny. Just to make sure. So Only way that they can.
You know, as we said, they were sort of left with very limited options. So this is their sort of idea at what the best shot at stopping Secret is, and we'll see if it does work out for them.
Yep. Everyone's definitely starting off to having a little bit of a rough start here already. Not able to get really any of these last hits here. Under the tower, he's missed every single one, actually. He gets one. There we go. Got one with the spawn spiderling.
Mikael with that very superior damage at the moment is going to be able to grab the majority of the CS.
Yep. And we see, like we were talking about, they double down on lanes, and right now it's going pretty well in these first few. As Puppey does make his way toward bottom to at least try to secure. But this is the pressure we're talking about between this dual lane.
And a good bit of a go here on Tanisha. One hit away from getting that kill, though. They won't quite find it. Seen Tiger nearly finding
They don't have
the
a
kill on
salve.
him. I was going to say, do they have a salve between the two of them?
They do not have a salve down bottom.
They've got a whole bunch of tangos, but as you say, nothing to quickly get him back up.
Oop.
Not going to see him. In fact, Nisha walks back in, takes another fire blast.
Ooh.
He is playing on the edge of his life there, Nisha.
Ooh,
but he's fine. He will stay alive now. Puppey turning towards Tiger. Trying for that first blood. Fairy Fire is there. Boxy will be able to fire blast Puppey to at least stop him from getting the spell out onto Tiger. And that will keep Tiger safe enough. Tiger himself, he was prepared for the lane. He has brought himself down, so we back up to full. But still a bit of time where Nisha has to really be very careful how close he gets to the creeps. Not having that salve in this lane. Secret are feeling the heat.
That should have been a first blood there by Tiger. He missed the bramble on the stun. So that's usually the ones that you can land pretty much consistently when you have like some type of setup for the bramble on there. He does end up missing it. But Nisha does stay low because if he doesn't like reset and come back full, but they don't get the first blood. As we see the mid lane, Tiny doing great, but where's Broodmother? Broodmother is no longer in the lane. She's just jungling, and she will do just fine and probably outfarm the Tiny.
So with Mickey in the middle lane, what are we expecting? What phase? Drums? Do you still get on the mid Tiny and start running around the map, or do you look to try and get that blink rush?
I think the blink is still better in this one.
I'll see down bottom.
But it's still possible for him to go for the phase drum. Phase for sure. I think he wants to get phase and just start running around, even hunting, looking into the jungle of the Brood.
Oh, Tiger. He's going to go for the neutral deny. Did try and get that kill, but still not quite enough to get Nisha. Nisha still able to survive on that safe lane. On very low HP. We'll see up top. Yapsor. Going to give Quake for a bit of a rundown. We'll have the Spirit and Stomp available with that Mango. Now, it's Quake for... Yeah, he's got Insania by his side, but if the combo comes out from Yapsor, it may just be enough. He's not going to throw it out. Quake's got the Siphon.
No, he's not even
Yapsor is still going to try and dive. Now he's going to hunt with the Spirit. Will manage to get the connection, or at least should do so.
The salve.
And cancel that salve.
Yep.
Yapsor did have to go quite deep for it. That's allowed Insania to turn around, get the root off. Still not enough damage between Insania and Quake to burst Yapsor down, so Yapsor's able to get away with those sort of plays back down bottom. Another attempt as Alliance continue to stay aggressive onto Puppey and Nisha. Still not quite finding either of those kills. They are slowing down Nisha's farm though heavily. Only 13 CS down here, but same to be said for Quake of course in that top lane. Both of these side lanes getting pressured heavily by the opponent off lane.
Yeah. Yeah, so it goes for the stomp this time around, doesn't quite connect it. He's almost level 3 as well. That's when we see the ETs, you really start to go out of control in the laning phase when you get that extra damage from your Spirit as Nisha.
Yeah, bottom Puppey did have to leave Nisha for a bit. He's heading to the jungle, and that will leave Nisha vulnerable enough for Alliance to claim the kill and get first blood. This time the combo was there with Boxy and Tiger really sort of amping up the pressure onto this Arc Warden. Yep. So these side lanes is sort of a similar story for both teams. It's really about this mid lane. Which hero is going to take over the game? Are we going to see Mickey be able to pop off on the Tiny, or is everything going to go to plan for the mid one Brood?
Mid one has an Midas queued up, by the way, on the Brood, so he's trying to get his farm and his levels going too. As bottom, Boxy.
He's got the stick charges. And that will keep him fine. He's able to duke it out. Puppey not quite able to finish off the kill.
We're seeing that mid matchup thing kind of happen like we were talking about. You see Mickey, he's still at the top of that net worth, but Broodmother is actually out leveling the Tiny now at this point already, just because of that how fast you farm the jungle. But still, like the last hits looking decent for Alliance. They've got this 1k advantage with their lanes that they set up.
The slight favouring lane certainly there for now. Alliance. So the real test is going to be down the line where we start to really see the strengths of the heroes tested. Bottom lane, another attempt onto Puppey. He's able to turn and get the dual breath off, but Boxy's on top of him.
A lot of damage.
Turn, get another Fire Blast out. Will be able to get the kill and separate himself from Nisha. Nisha now getting stunned up. In fact, Boxy, he's ready to go back in.
He's got Arcane.
Puppy's dead for 5. They've got mana to go, but Alliance chasing down the Arc Warden. Nisha getting clobbered by Boxy as he slaps him down. They'll get both Alliance on this bottom lane. Tiger should fall for the efforts, but definitely a worthy play there from Alliance, getting both kills on the bottom lane and continuing to heavily pressure the Arc Warden.
And with that death too, Taiga he dies, which it kind of stinks, but also at the same time he can come and maybe even like pick up the items and bring everything for his teammate, for Boxy. We see a lot of items actually just dropped at the tower I'm seeing on this Alliance side. They have a Bassi just dropped right there, wards, and also the full phase boots for that Ogre. So they can continue to put this pressure. And we said, you know, this is going to be the lane to watch. We know that what Ogre Magi does. He just runs at you and he will kill you several times in the laning phase. And he's actually gone for the max Bloodlust build too, so he's just going to be punching. That's the right-click Ogre that we've been seeing. Or hearing about.
An attempt onto Zai with the Purifying Flames, not quite enough. Zai will live. Back down bottom. Nisha in trouble again. He's going to get taken out. Alliance get the kill. Puppy is trying to find a trade. He's looking towards Tiger. Tiger has still got the stick charges. Tiger will be able to keep himself fine. Good body blocks here from Boxy. Gets another stun out onto Puppy. Puppy trying to turn the chill breath, but Tiger kiting it out perfectly, keeping himself just on the edge of the range of the spell. There's the Cursed Crown. Puppy dead as well. Alliance.
Beautiful.
Absolutely crushing this bottom lane. Boxy 3-0-2. As the offlane Ogre is 7 minutes in.
That was absolutely beautiful the way they played that. Boxy's little small mini body blocks there coming into play. And I was mentioning how we've seen the right click Ogre, but I guess it hasn't been it's been talked about more. They take all the right side talents and you go into this like just right click build. You just actually start doing so much in the fights.
It's too much for this lane of Secret to deal with.
Even early on, just these 3 points in the Bloodlust, you see how fast this hero is hitting, and he's just so tanky. 16 armor, putting the pressure onto him, even if you have all that magic damage, is tough. And yeah, Nisha, 0-3 already. We said this was the pressure that Alliance has to apply.
Yeah, it's because you look at the other lanes, and even that top lane where Quofa's farm is, of course, also being slowed down. Obviously not as much as Nisha, and he isn't feeding, he's not dying.
Yeah.
In that top lane, because you have these 2 strength heroes running at you, he's always going to have to siphon. So it's very hard, really, for Secret to get the damage done between this Kunkka and Elder Titan to actually get a kill. And now, in fact, Alliance, they're going to turn and look for a kill themselves onto Zai. Couple of Purifying Flames with damage from the Ghost. Alliance will get the kill.
And now they can set up to put pressure on tower. There's still Glyph available for Secret, and they're already looking like they're setting the illusions up at least to pull the creep wave, probably, the aggro off the tower. They even catch the next wave. It looks like that's what YapzOr's trying to do, to try to slow down that push a little bit. And we will have that. Mid tower does go down, but it gets denied, which is pretty big there. Actually, for mid one, being able to get that.
See YapzOr going for the wraparound. This time, as you say, he's going to be here to help out. But same thing to be said for Alliance. They've brought Insana in straight away. They've taken Nisha out of the lane. YapzOr goes for the stomp. Is not going to hit anyone. They're able to easily kite it out. Even bringing in that extra support, Secret still unable to keep Nisha safe as he dies yet again.
And it's 7-1 already. Look at this. And this might be some of the lowest last hits I think I've ever seen from these teams, right? 32 last hits at 9 minutes. This is just all about brutality and killing each other, it seems, at this point here, at least for Alliance.
We'll see that. Bit of a diving down to Puppy. Insane not quite with the mana to get another Purifying Flames out, so Puppy will survive. Oxy also bought low, as this lane now turning into this try-on-try between Alliance and Secret.
Okay, so Mike is actually going to go for the Echo Saber build, so he's just going to have this high damage instead of trying to go for like a blink and catching Nisha. I think probably just because Nisha's been shut down so much, he probably feels like he can just transition in.
He's found himself a freebie. Hello, Puppy.
And now he's going for more too.
They've got the Cursed Crown. Nisha's pretty deep behind the tower, but Boxy, as you said, with that armor, he could just run straight underneath it, tanking the tower hits, charging in. Nisha, he's dead again. Alliance absolutely smashing the lanes.
And look at YapzOr too. He's getting chased. Mike, he's got Bloodlust, no mercy coming in here.
Get the Shadow Realm hit off onto YapzOr. YapzOr will live. Puppy comes in, he tries to go for the tree, but YapzOr won't be hit by it. They can still dive. Puppy's TP back into it, but he's still vulnerable. They'll find him with the Avalanche. They're on top of the Dragon. The Jakiro in trouble. Puppy, he's going to go down, have a tree. There it is. Mickey on a killing spree. And Tiger, he's looking. He's hunting. YapzOr will be able to juke it. He'll get himself back out to safety. 10-1, though, for Alliance. At 10 minutes in, a 3K lead. They may have... I still do believe they've been outdrafted, but the play and the lanes... It's looking pretty hot for Alliance to start off with. Can they carry this route to a victory?
They're playing it really smart with the pressure because I think they identified, they saw, hey, Mid one went Midas. You know, we can just look to put pressure on these lanes. They have an off-lane Kunkka. The responses by Secret are actually pretty hard to what Alliance has when they bring these heroes when they have such a good start in the laning phase. Like, this Tiny is extremely high level 11 with an Echo Saber. Sure, mid one is level 12, but he's not going to be running around looking for these plays just yet, like that Tiny who can just go and walk to a lane. And Secret don't have the reaction to respond to it still for some time. They're going to just go for the farm greed. You see Nisha queued up Midas as well. They got to try to like stall it out for now here as Alliance have an excellent start for themselves as they can keep this pressure on. Look at bottom, Taiga. He just got Nisha by himself.
Oh my goodness, he will get punished for it, but absolutely worth there from Taiga. As Nisha ordered 0, 6, and 2 in these lanes. Not the start that you'd hope for as an Arc Warden.
I cursed him. I was saying, you know, we've seen Nisha have these top ones. We've seen him bleed a little bit, but he's bleeding a lot in this one.
He certainly is. The pressure from Alliance absolutely breaking down the Arc Warden in these early stages.
Yeah.
Obviously a hero that can be vulnerable, especially when put in the side lane at those early levels in Alliance. They're perfectly abusing that flaw of the hero.
Yeah, and especially when you're playing versus Ogre. Like we said, Ogre is probably one of the best pressuring heroes that we've seen now from these teams in the off lane, and he's going for a Midas and himself on Boxy. They're feeling good. They're feeling very good.
I think they know they've got this edge. They want to try and at least be ready to scale, and of course, just value-wise, the Midas, it just feels bad if you're not getting it on the Ogre. You can get so much value out of it with the multicast. Like if you end up doing the maths, I'm sure the maths says buy Midas every game.
We see Alliance said they're grouping up now. They're going for tower push. They have their Exorcism available too, and team fight from Secret can be hard. They need Zai to be able to team fight pretty much at all. He has his TP available on the Kunkka, so he can respond to bottom, which I do think he will if they don't see everybody from Alliance set up. But it looks like they are actually bringing 4 now. But we'll see Zai. So the decision is up to him if he wants to try to defend. He hides in the tree line. He's TPing bottom.
Let's have a look, see if Zai can slow this one down. It's going to look for the setup onto Boxy. Boxy's a tanky Ogre though, and Quake's already surrounding him. Puppy behind the tower. Now he'll turn back towards Zai. Zai getting nuked down. Zai's going to throw the boat out. As Zai, he's in a lot of trouble. We'll get the roam upon him, but with the Purifying Flames, Zai's just straight up dead. They'll turn towards Puppy as well. The multicast is out. Quakefor with the double kill will die as he does sort of hang around in the macro pyre a little too long, but he gets a double. We'll let him off. Back towards mid. Mid one trying to put the pressure in, but Mickey's there to be able to fend back the Spider.
He can't even touch the Tiny. Tiny took 0 damage. The 26 armor you have from your Grow. The Broodmother had insatiable hunger, and I was hitting him for less than like 60 damage there. That was actually crazy. As bottom, we said Zai is the only way that Secret can try to defend that one. But Alliance, they were set up. They had their 4 already wrapping around and getting that perfect situation to go for that pressure. They executed perfectly. 3 to 14 already here for Alliance versus that Broodmother pick.
And a 3K lead. As we said, you know, Secret, they've gone for the greed. They have this Midas Brood. They've drafted an Arc Warden as well. Well, later down the line, things can absolutely still fall into place for Secret. But it's just been a brilliant start for Alliance for them to turn up and get into the game. As we said, the draft, I'm sure a lot of teams in their position would have been a bit, you know, they're not going to feel good after that draft. Seeing this Brood come into a game where they don't really have answers for the Brood, and there's still kind of the case. The Tiny certainly turned out to be an excellent last pick.
Absolutely.
With regards to being able to put someone in that mid that's going to be able to have an okay time. But top Nisha, his Arc Ward in this game, has just suffered so heavily. A 7th death on the Arc. Tiger, again, will be taken down for it. But an absolute worthy play. Nisha at least able to pick it up with his Tempest double.
They gave it to Nisha. He's probably like, I'm close to Midas. That is the only like saving grace for me. Please let me have this kill. Yeah, they know. They need to try to get him caught up back here. He's 3,200 net worth at 15.
So much time that he's been off the map in this early stages. We're going to see Quakefor. He's going to have a little bit of a look into try for the 15-minute rune, but Secret, they've got the numbers here. The ice path down onto Quakefor. Quakefor's got the back of Insania. They'll turn for the rune. Mickey jumps in with a combo. He looks to burst down Zai. He's got it. Zai's dead. There's the false promise. Keeping Quakefor alive. Stomps out from Yapzor. Buyback as well from Zai. They'll run down Mickey. Mickey's taken out. Quakefor, he's going to take a fair bit of damage. Will be able to heal back up. Can Insania save him? The fear comes in. Tiger with the save. Keeping Quakefor fine. Sending all 4 members back from Secret as they'll get everyone else out of that.
That was so clutch by Taiga, because they would have, if he doesn't get that fear off, it's potential that they lose many more heroes. Not even just Quakefor.
Probably Insania as well for sticking around, trying to save him.
Because Zai bought back, so the X, that long distance field cast range, Taiga perfectly being able to get that save there for his team. That could have been the beginning of the comeback. We do see anyway, though. Mid one are still all the way at that top there of that net worth, getting close to that
He's got a lot of farm. He hasn't had to do a lot so far. Just those 2 kills where he sort of swept round and poked into the side lanes after a brawl sort of came to an end. We'll see if, though, yeah, the power of the Spider is still just going to be overwhelming enough to get Secret that victory.
Yeah, scary place to fight as well, too. You're clumped in that area versus an Elder Titan as a Jakiro and a Kunkka as well. You're going to get hit by a lot of these team fight abilities, so that is the one saving grace here for Secret. As Mika, he seems to find mid one here. Mid one.
This will be a huge kill.
They get him.
They get the Spider.
Very nice pick off there. Mika just seeing mid one just too far up there with that ward they have. Able to just get that quick combo with that blink.
Alliance just able to kill so much. 17 kills, 16 minutes in.
No slowing
Alliance. That blink echo, Mickey can sort of walk around the map, take who he wants. He's going to find Puppey in the trees in. He goes with the combo. Puppey's gone. Mickey just able to have free reign now and get kills wherever he wishes. Nisha smartly moving himself quickly away from that bottom half of the map.
Absolutely, that's the danger zone. You have wards down there as well, so you see them. But the way they have these 3 tier 1s Alliance, they're just running it down, looking to keep that pressure on. Don't give Secret the space to catch back up, especially when the Spider's dead. Broodmother's dead. Apply as much pressure as you can on those towers. Alliance.
Pushing in on this tier 2. Able to find these towers. Secret no interest in trying to meet head to head and go for the defenses. Just trying to desperately farm up elsewhere. Keep the game on track for both mid one and well, get at least Nisha's game back on track as the Arc Warden, as he still suffers heavily, sitting down at just 5k net worth. Tiger nearly about to overtake him. See, here's the cooldown efficiency, pretty good. Yeah. Well, what's 47 seconds time wasted? That is 92%. That's still 47 seconds.
Well, he died, right?
He did die. He was probably dead. That was when he was dead, yeah, for sure. Top lane, Tiger is trying to see if he can play his way out of here with a fear. Tries to hit Zai, so Zai messes up the combo, but won't be the case. Does get the save from Insania, though.
He's getting salved as well.
It's a lot of damage, though. I don't think it's going to be enough to keep Tiger alive. He's back into the Shadow Realm. He is still living, you're right. It was enough with that salve given to him through the false promise. Tiger is actually going to be able to get away, and they ended up losing the Elder Titan. Boxy's been able to wrap around, get on top of Zai. Mickey's jumping in onto the backlines. He's found Puppey. He's on top of the Jakiro, clearing out the trees. Mickey will look to chase him down. Puppey trying to juke Boxy. Does end up finishing off Zai. Puppey will be able to juke his way back to safety, but again, these plays from Alliance. It looked like Tiger was dead. He wasn't.
The salve. Yeah, when you.
I guess it really is that strong because effectively was double the effectiveness. What's the salve normally? It's what, 400?
Yep.
So it's 800 HP straight up. That obviously cannot be stopped whilst your false promise. So it's enough at this stage of the game.
Yeah,
those,
he got
those sneaky little plays.
I think he also had some stick charges as well that he got off as well, so it was enough. Yeah, I saw it. And I was like, yeah, he blocked the damage as well from some of the magic as well with that Fate's Edict. So it looked like he was gonna, and he did. And now with that, they can put more pressure out. Alliance is playing, they're playing such fast reactionary plays too. It's like immediately when Secret started making that play, they ported 2 heroes top. It was like no hesitation whatsoever. They're really feeling themselves right now in this one with how much space they've been able to make and how much pressure they're applying.
Well, mid one, he's got the Aghanims. Okay. And as we're seeing, he's getting closer and closer to begin poking at that high ground in the middle lane, poking at that tier 3. Starting to force Alliance to be a little more split with their plays, rather than being able to sort of bring the full 5-man to the side lanes for these tower pushes. But, you know, Alliance, they've certainly got so much out of the map so far at this 90-minute mark, taking both side lanes, tier 1s and tier 2s. Just that tier 2 really standing in the mid lane for Secret.
Yeah. Let's see what bounty runes they probably go for. Secret probably going to just try to claim the top 2. Rather than actually go for those bottom ones, as they know Alliance is down in the bottom lane here.
Midas. Gotta use it. There we go.
Ooh, use it on the small creep as well.
Favoring the gold rather than the levels.
Yep, 2 for 2 bounties. Tiger tried to be sneaky to grab that one, but YapzOr didn't want it to with that stomp. And yeah, we see that Vessel is getting closer for YapzOr. It's still pretty far away. He's having a pretty rough game here. He's only 0, 2, and 3, but not having that impact that YapzOr or an Elder Titan that I would love to see just go crazy.
Secret able to get together and get some pushing done themselves. I'll take the tier 1 top, but of course just not at the same sort of timing that we've seen Alliance being able to clean up these side lane towers. McKay, Axe is
pretty much done.
pretty much done. And you know, you were showing it me yesterday, of course, that very nice interaction between the Ags and the Echo Saber. Every tree slows.
Yep, every single tree slows. It's always, it's a great build. It's just the only problem is that you run out of trees sometimes in the area that you're fighting.
Sure, you gotta make sure the trees are there to go.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for that clutch sort of tiny Nature's Prophet strat.
Toss back. Easy setup there for them to get Puppy. 6K gold lead, and they continue this pressure. They've got all 5 heroes here. You see mid one, he's already like, all right, desperately pushing top. For some reactions up toward here, as he will push very quickly. He still doesn't have the spider attack damage talent, though. That's the big one that we see.
That's the one where you got to really start looking at your base.
Yeah, you look at your base and you make sure you protect your supports too. As one, boom.
Yeah, Mickey able to clean up so much money. There's the axe. He's got it ready. He's nearly level 18, where we're going to see him transform once more into the next level of the Prestige Tiny.
My favorite thing that I really like about the Ags is the cooldown. And sure, it does like a lot of damage and all that, but the cooldown is pretty ridiculous. He just dropped it, so you can't actually see it. But it's 12 seconds. So it's 12 seconds, only 150 mana as well. So it actually kind of matches your combos.
But you need the trees.
You need,
You got to make sure you got them trees.
I love it because it gives you that extra way to combo kill people, because you stun toss and then you have the extra.
So much damage with the full combo there. It was in Mickey. He's going to go for the jump in.
All Secret's here.
He's able to walk out of that immediate combo that was dropped down by Secret. That's the boat gone. They get Tiger. Mickey will be fine as Mickey's able to get out after Alliance sort of go for the jump in and then realize actually we got to get out of here. There's the entire lineup.
Don't walk into high ground versus Secret still. They still have a high amount of team fight coming into play here between ET, Jakiro, and Kunkka. It is still a lot. And sure, the Arc Warden, Nisha has been shut down a lot, but he's starting to get back into the game.
He's ramping back up. He's catching back into the game.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen. As you say, if you're Alliance, you have this lead. You take a couple of bad team fights, and then suddenly the game really is in sort of the danger territory we would have expected it to be with these heroes like the Brood and the Arc in play. So Alliance there, they cannot let this one slip away. And to give credit to Alliance, as with their performances of lately, when they've been at these lands, when they've been at the summit, when they get a lead, they rarely throw it away anymore. They're very good at keeping an advantage and not making, the questionable plays. I see Zai. He's been found. Easy pick off for Alliance. So now, he should just send in the Tempest double. Certainly worth easily killing as well.
Easy 240 for Mika.
But yeah, you have to watch out for any mistakes now if you're Alliance. As I say, they don't make mistakes. This is a refined team that is very good at closing up a one game. Okay,
again.
He's in with the jump. He's been able to toss him back. He's on top of Nisha. Nisha's dead again.
He's dead. They just got Nisha like that. He stepped up way too far.
He's having a rough game. That pressure in the lane.
Oh, Puppy almost goes down to the trees.
As they're just pushing in, they're onto the high ground. Alliance. They know exactly what they need to do this game.
This is their timing to end it. As mid one, he goes in, he gives a poke. He has a BKB on now too, but are available as well. But he's gonna have to commit it here to try to slow down. They've already lost their melee rounds.
See what mid one can do. He's gonna pop the BKB. He's trying to get on top of Quite for the bug at the stomp out, but Quite was on the backup of Insania. Quite for getting dragged back by the X-Mark. The boat's down. The old swell does catch the 4 of them. It's a big one. Allows Yapsa to run in, slap down Insania. Insania is dead. Jump back in from Mickey though. Comes in with a combo. Puppy lines down the ice path to block off Quake for a Mickey. Tiger's on the high ground. Another fire blast down onto Yapsaw. They'll turn towards Tiger.
Nisha's back.
They'll get him out. They'll get the 2 of them. Alliance, can they get the rest of them out safely? Nisha's gonna have the Tempest double in place to spot out Mickey. Mickey goes straight for the TP out. Not able to cancel in time. Nobody's in range, and they haven't got the cooldown. So Alliance will get the rest out, but they do lose both their supports, but they've done the structural damage. They get the tier 3, they get half the racks. Yeah, you'll lose a couple of supports for that.
Absolutely. The fact that they didn't lose any of the cores is all TP out in the face of Secret was massive for them there.
Still keeping this very, very impressive advantage. Alliance, as I said, if they're able to pull this off this game 1, I think you've really got to start to consider how far Alliance can go. I know it is only one game, and you don't want to always make sort of quick reactions, but a lot of people would have already seen the potential of this lineup being able to do this. They've impressed, they've improved, and now here they are. First game of the group stage here at TI9 against Team Secret, against a Team Secret mid-1 Brood, against a Team Secret Nisha Arc Warden. And in this first 25 minutes at least, they are absolutely crushing it.
Yeah, they're putting just so much pressure. Mid one's about to be level 20, so that's, like we said, that's the big one we've seen on the Broodmother, being able to just get all that damage from those spiders. But Alliance, they're not slowing it down. This is their timing. They're looking to end the game before anything else happens. They don't want to take this any later versus Secret, as they're starting to feel probably a little bit pressured. Even though they have this 7K advantage, they want to end it. You don't want this game to go late versus this Broodmother and this Arc Warden. Here we go.
Indeed.
Mid one, we'll start that split push.
So I was trying to slow things down, but with the backup of Insania, they can really keep that Death Prophet alive.
How fast he's taking that tower as the Broodmother. They have to start setting up. They have to go back. They're losing their racks.
One will now retreat as soon as the TPs do come into play. But that is indeed the power of the Spider.
They didn't lose anybody on the retreat here still, though. Insania almost gets caught there by the stomp. Yapster still wants to continue chasing, but Alliance do retreat successfully without losing a single hero from that split push.
And they do stop mid-one from getting the racks.
Yep. But they did commit their Exorcism, and they weren't able to actually get too much on this tower. They got 800 damage on the tier.
What is this?
Whoa.
What is this?
Wait, physical?
I'm trying to... What do the numbers mean?
The heroes that each hero. Nisha getting gone on, has the mule in there. He
is
trapped, though.
In the middle? Anyway,
Nisha's dead.
No, poor old Nisha.
He stepped out way too far. They had
it's not been Nisha's game. This is sort of like the dream way for Alliance to start TIs. This is quite the opposite for Nisha. Yeah. 2-9-2.
And look at this. Immediately, they're starting to push that top lane.
Mid-one
just goes for the racks, and they don't have TPs available, and he gets it.
Okay. So this is how potentially Alliance could lose the game. Bottom lane, range racks are down.
Can he catch him? He gets the toss back here, but there's a BKB available. Mid-one is top of pressure.
So they've got the combo out. Straight away onto Koikfa. Insania's there, and he has got False Promise if it's needed. He's going to hold on till the last minute, of course. Doesn't want to use it too prematurely. That'll be the buyback from Puppey. Focusing their efforts immediately onto Zai. Can they burst him down or get another X-Mark out? But they've got the Crypt Swap. Zai's out. Another buyback from Secret. Koikfa will fall. They get the stop out. The combos there from Yapster. He lines it up perfectly. Insania's beat down. The rest of Alliance, can they retreat? Mickey's going to turn, start tossing the trees out. Won't be enough to kill off Nisha. Nisha's able to stay alive. Boxy's being focused. Mid-one with the BKBs on top of the Ogre. Tiger's trying to hide in the trees. But Secret, they found them as well. As this time, Alliance will not be getting out alive. Did cost Secret a couple of buybacks, but they get 4 kills on Alliance. And these are the sort of failed pushes that Alliance, they can only afford to really let happen a couple of times. Otherwise, Secret will get back in the game very confidently, and this mid-one Brood will have ample opportunities to get the split push on and start threatening another lane of racks.
Yeah. The play that they were trying to do there on Alliance, it looked like they were like, all right, we need to make sure that Mickey is back before the Broodmother even hits the building. So you saw he was set up, and then he can buy Boots of Travel and come join us. But they didn't get the False Promise. Koikfa dropped. Insania wasn't able to get it. I think he got maybe stunned for like a second there, it looked like, while he was trying to. They get the burst, and from there, it's just a full cleanup there for Secret. And that is something you can't have happen here on Alliance right now. Another one of those, and it could be completely turned. Oh, a BKB? Who was that? Koikfa?
Koikfa. Uh-oh. I'm getting a little flustered after that last failed push.
He's got level 18. He's got the level 3 Exorcism. They could still just look to group up and go, but they have to make sure that they address the side lane. Don't let mid one push it, because he's aiming for that top one mostly, because bottom still has a full HP tier 1. So that's the one nice thing, you know. That's great for Alliance. At least they have this bottom lane that's just completely untouched.
Oh, this one looks nice. What ward is that? That's a cool ward.
I don't know. I like it a lot.
I'm still going. What were the pictures in the middle of the other one?
I think it was just like magical, and then one was physical. One was looked like a weapon, and then the other one looked like magical kind of things, right?
That's what. Okay.
You knew.
Yeah, but it was, I don't know, it was like some like tooth, and then like some magical, weird, mystical orb. I was like, are these new items? You know, new items confirmed.
The push with this level 3 Exorcism. You see, mid one, he's trying to push out that mid lane as far as possible, but Mickey's there with response, and he has the bots.
See how Alliance can get away with this time. Finish off the tier 3 tower. Koikfa now focusing towards the racks. Boxy gets the good multicast out onto Puppey. Puppey is in trouble, and he's dead. The Ghost will finish him off. They get the Jakira, and that is, of course, Puppey dead for a long time after that buyback on the last events. Koikfa now False Promise. Insania trying to keep him safe. Guyul's up to dodge the boat. Mid-one trying to focus down onto Insania. Will get it. Insania's dead. Mid-one's BKB wears off as he'll now back away himself. Koikfa's BKB is up and ready to go. They turn with the Curse Crown, the Fire Blast. They've got the focus. Zai, he's dead without buyback as well. So Yapso, 3 dead on Secret with no way back into the game. Nisha's in trouble. Alliance are on top of the Nisha's dead for 50. He has got buyback, but still 3 members that do not Mid-1 getting tossed up in the trees by Mickey, but will not fall, will be able to get away. But the Rax, there's Secret on this top lane in a whole world of trouble as Alliance will push on. They'll get that second set of Rax.
Look at this
And
with
now
this DD. Look how much damage he does to
They
this
can just
tower.
push, they can push for the Megas here. Alliance in this game 1.
He's just forced to buy back when his timer is pretty low just to try to stop this Mega creep push, and they will at least be able to stop that one here. But they're not going to be able to get any cleanup kills on the chase. It looks like mid-1, he's desperately trying to get somebody here.
Oh, the trees are out to quickly clear up the spiders. Mid-1's got the BKB, will look towards Mickey. Mickey goes for the TP out, won't make it in time though. Mid-1's got enough damage to kill him before he's out of there. And now he can look to try and chase him more. Goes towards Tiger, Tiger able to get the Yules onto the spider. Still the little ones are chasing him. He himself has Shadow Realm back up. A TP out as well. Leaves there no chance for Mid-1 to stop him. A Secret now maybe looking for more drastic plays, looking for those objectives to help them get back in. They'll go for Roche. With the Tiny dead, feeling it's unlikely the Alliance are going to be able to contest this. And there we go. Yeah,
There you go. See,
you're right.
magical, magical little orb thingy, and then that looks like a weapon.
I guess, dude, that looks like some sort of futuristic mystic staff, doesn't
Maybe
it?
it is a staff.
Maybe it's a new item.
Maybe.
I mean, you know, what is this? And the tooth as well, the blade, that looks a little new as well. There's not a blade that looks like that.
I like it. Alliance, Mickey. He does buy back. He wants to be able to stop to make sure they don't get that Roche. Alliance playing this super well here, just all gathered up here around this area. They've got the smoke too to try to get a good positioning for this. Anisha's still just having so much trouble in these fights. He just can't walk in. He just bought a Shadow Blade to try to protect himself.
Being pushed away from the Roshan. Alliance able to make sure that Secret don't get the opportunity to grab that Aegis, at least for now.
They're trying to do the poke thing onto Quakefoot, but there's that Oracle just constantly throwing those
Oh,
heals
look at this
out.
horse back here. Mickey's able to get in, grab Zai. Zai's up on top of Boxy, and Zai's
There's no
dead.
Zai.
Another catch successfully performed by Mickey. Nisha is going to send the double, and Sanya, quick reactions there as he instantly false promises himself. Quakefoot will move in, take out the Tempest double. Puppy
Quakefoot's low.
laying down the Macro Pyre. They've got the combo as well onto Insania, but Insania's still alive. Quakefoot using up, be able to burn down Puppy with the ghost. Puppy's dead. Mid-1 tries to go towards Quakefoot with the BKB, but the multicast come out. Boxy's got the control. Quakefoot finally falls. Boxy turns, he's turning for more. He's trying to control Mid-1, but Mid-1's already cleaned up Mickey. Mickey's dead for 107. There'll be buybacks coming out from both Quakefoot and Insania. But Mid-1 was able to get the big kills there, the big cleanup, as the Spider did prove to be too much in that fight for Alliance to deal with.
They forced Insania to use the false promise on himself there, so they were able to get that focus onto the Death Prophet, with Mid-1 having insatiable hunger the whole time. Level 25 now too.
They're still trying to fight here. Mid-1 will be Cursed Crown.
Stomp onto 2. Still just chilling inside of that Roche pit, waiting for someone to walk in.
See what the player's going to be here. He's obviously got these ridiculous amount of webs out. Freedom to roam around the map, but Tiger does find him
BKB's
here.
up.
He's going to try and turn. Shadow Realm keeps Tiger safe, but look to start biting into Quakefoot with the Crimson Guard buff being offered up. Quakefoot not under any sort of threat from the Spider.
That was like with the pretty much like amazing start there for Alliance in that fight too. They got the toss back and killed Zai before he got anything off, and still the Spider was able to do that because they got wrapped around on top of Insania. We see these swings start to happen because these buybacks.
This is the thing, they cannot afford to make mistakes, Alliance. They may have this confidently, there may be 2 sets of racks up, but Secret, they've got this late game arc and this late game bruise. Still, of course, the late game arc a long way from happening.
Yes.
As Nisha's game has just been slowed down incredibly. But this Spider, Mid-1, definitely still a big threat.
The Spiders are like unkillable now too because of that talent. So you see them just having that 750 health. It's really tough for people to actually clear them out. And he's got this whole area webbed.
They're starting to poke back on Roshan's Secret.
The tier 4s are dying in Secret space though. They've lost one quite a bit ago, and the second one's down to a quarter HP
They're just
already.
focusing on getting the Roshan, which they will get.
The
But
Aegis,
there's
the fear!
He's in! The Yules! Tiger!
Oh my
what
God,
a snatch!
Tiger!
What a beautiful snatch there! Oh, using the fear, perfectly timed as Roshan fell, able to go in, hold Zai back with the Yules.
Dude,
Tiger.
he's so on fire with his terrorize in this game.
I mean,
look at his tips. You have to.
That's huge. Secret were starting to really come back into it. That was a fair fight for Alliance. If Alliance had to fight into Secret with an Aegis, it would have been big danger territory for Alliance, but it's not going to happen. Tiger able to make sure that Secret do not get that chance.
Yeah, I mean, that's massive. That sets up sets them up to at least be able to put on aggressive plays here rather than maybe being a little bit scared because of that Aegis maybe being on Nisha. Because if Nisha, or even mid one, let's say, Nisha probably, but because there's that buyback, but either one of these, like if they wouldn't have been able to focus fire them. Taiga just
I mean, it is
big plays.
Oh, you know, you're sort of saying to me the other day, you know, Dark Willow, will we see it? Yes, definitely on these teams that have a good Dark Willow player, and you know, Taiga, he is, you know, everyone knows that he's one of the best Willows here. There's probably a short list of Willows. I mean, who would you name? Tigers, Crit. You say Crit and Tiger are sort of the two names that really come to mind in terms of teams at least that have been playing it a lot recently and doing very well with it. And these two players on the Willow, you've got to watch out for them.
Other items here. We have a couple things starting to get picked up. We see Mickey finishes up the data list, so that's another big timing that comes out after that Aghanims with your tree volley. Quite a lot of damage coming in there. And now YapzOr's BKB. So BKB plus Vessel, now he can stick on heroes with the Elder Titan to at least reduce their armor down while the Broodmother as well as everybody else is focusing as well.
So Alliance, can they do it? Can they close up another set of racks?
Get Boxy with that. All the right talents, as we were saying. Ogres only take the right talents now. He's got this 40 strength, high damage as well, and he's just a real big nuisance as he can buff up his team so much.
Starting the fight off.
Nisha.
There goes. See Mickey watching from the sidelines, looking for an opportunity to get a grab. So he's going to TP back. To go for the D push. Mid-one was putting pressure on in the mid lane.
He was putting pressure on tier 4. He wasn't even going for racks there.
But Mickey's presence enough to stop mid-one from pushing on for now.
Yep.
Does mean that Alliance won't have the firepower to continue to push on with the remainder of the Ghosts. But just bit by bit, they do continue to take those buildings, take that tier 3 tower this time from mid, leaving the racks exposed.
It's pretty funny. Like I feel like mid-one's just playing in his own game. Secret's like trying
mean,
so
really
hard to defend. He's just like running around.
You look at the KDA, you look at the net worth, mid-one, and for all intents and purposes, he is in his own game.
Yeah.
He's playing to win at the moment. He's taken himself off the comms. He's just playing to win. And he's in sort of pub Dota mode at the moment. He just has to carry this victory, look for the round opportunities to win this one.
They're looking for him. They're trying to set up with him with everybody. He just BKB TPs. No funny business. But now, no BKB. That could be the timing for Alliance to push up. They have the Shivas as well in Koifa, so a decent amount tankier when he is going in, as he has been getting brought down pretty reasonably fast, I would say, even when he has an Oracle on his team.
Was that Diacard? I believe the spiders,
right?
Spiders
that got it?
Yeah, Mid-one just had the spiders in the jungle, and it was heading towards the secret shop.
Yeah.
So Mid-one able to get that courier snipe.
Damage coming in. Nisha starting to pack quite a punch.
Still feeling very confident with Insania just being able to throw these heals out onto Koi for keeping him safe.
Taiga dies with that Aegis for the first time. Mid-one able to just bring him down there with a quick hex in the spiders.
Again, McKay just continue to toss trees in from the sidelines, trying to suppress Secret.
Every single time you see YapzOr throws out a Spirit Vessel, you see Insania instantly dispel it with that Fortune's End off of that Death Prophet. Sure.
Yeah, it's smart onto Mickey. Hard to sort of follow it up though when Mickey's on the low ground like this.
Mid-one. Taking a decent chunk of damage there. He does have his BKB available. Pushing Alliance away here, but Alliance is trying to keep themselves here. They are starting to back up as we have this 40-minute mark getting ready. 40-minute mark, we get a lot of fun things, you know, double power runes, bounties coming up too.
Secret definitely still holding on. Despite being down those 2 ranks in Alliance. They're that close to victory, but they're also that close to letting it slip away. A couple of bad decisions, and suddenly this Spider is running straight down the mid lane and closing the game up.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary enough for Alliance, right? Because they used so many buybacks in that last instance around that Roche fight. Yeah. They used 3 different ones, and now they're starting to come back up, but they're short on gold. Especially for Mickey. He's about 400 away from it. He's getting closer. They do have to be a little bit careful before those buybacks are available for themselves. Secret, they're trying to get something here.
See if they can find Koifa. Able to get himself into the shadows quickly. Mid-one. To avoid the... Now he's going to look to turn around and help out. Realize that Boxy's pretty isolated, but Boxy does have the BKB. Starts to get the multicast out onto mid-one.
Koifa's zoning them away here with this exorcism.
They are split up apart here. Mid-one, he's trying to go for the backliners, and he's found. He's able to get him with the Hex onto Insania. That is Insania dead for 70 without the buyback. He'll now sweep back over to help the rest of his team. He's looking towards Quaitfer. Quaitfer's got the BKB popped. He'll leave Quaitfer alone for now, but still some good right click being done by Nisha with the Tempest double. Zai continuing to juke him out. Zai finally falls. They get the Kunkka, but Zai has buyback. He'll buy back straight away. Mid one, he can look to try and punish these vulnerable targets now that the BKBs have worn off on the course, particularly Quaitfer. Quaitfer will have the Ghost Heal coming in soon. Is it going to be enough to keep it safe? But Yapsol with the slaps. The BKB on the outer tide. He's able to finish him off. Another Hex from mid one. He's able to lock down a second. Boxy's dead as well. They turn towards Mickey. Mickey tries to stay with the trees, but mid one jukes it out. Back in he goes. Godlike with the double kill. Mid one getting the kills and playing the fight perfectly. Tiger is also going to die as Secret get the triple kill. Mid one. He really did it there. You saw, you know, he let the rest of his team go to work. He was like, right, boys, I'm finding that. Dude, I'm finding that Oracle.
Nisha didn't get hit once in that entire fight in the river. He literally just was sitting there casting everything. Look, 12 spark rays, 5 magnetic fields.
They have got their buybacks.
Oh my god.
And they are going to need to use them, Alliance. As the mid lane's getting poked at, Boxy is going to try and commit, pops the BKB.
They're just taking down the towers. They have to buy back.
You've got to buy back on everyone. This is Secret going for the GG push here. Straight away, they'll turn towards Yapsol. Yapsol getting stunned up the avalanche as well. Yapsol's dead.
Secret just trying to bail here now as they force every single buyback.
They've got to try and catch more here. See if they can find Zai. Zai is able to juke it out into the trees, trying for the TP, but Boxy's got the vision. They'll stun him up at mid one. He's going to come over and start to help maybe. Boxy has not got BKB, but indeed the curse crowd is going to hit the two of them. Mid one, he walked into it, but he has the BKB. Goes into the trees, BKB, TP out, will keep himself. Zai, of course, still alive. Finally, Mickey will jump in to clean him up. Zai now the one to be dead without buyback once again. 85 seconds, no Zai.
Man, these fights are just so chaotic.
Alliance, they're gonna push back. They're gonna try their best. They have got the ghosts, exorcisms available, but 3 heroes without buyback on Alliance.
They have to force this issue though. They know Zai does not have buyback. He bought back for the last fight. They have to try to do something here as Zai's been providing quite a lot for his team.
Mid one's got a lot of money. Ideally, he's got to try and get out and spend it, but it's going to be hard for him to find the chance to. He's got 8,000 gold. I mean, at the least, right, you're in the base. You buy the recipe for the Ags, you swallow it up as the Brood, and you pick yourself another item, right? If you're...
He's just saving for the buyback. That's probably the
but he's got
main
enough.
thing that's focused on his head, though,
He's
right?
got to surely, you're in base, upgrade the Ags, buy yourself a sick fighter. He's got 8,000 gold. You got to spend it, right? I mean,
it's chaos at the moment.
This is chaos. It is chaos. At the moment, with his teams as Alliance. Hard committing here to try and finish off this final set of racks in the middle lane. And they'll get it. They'll get the melee. They'll turn towards the range with the Ghost still out. Puppy's going to leave 4. Curse Crown's out. Boxy pots the BKB. They'll get the final racks. They'll get the Mega Creeps. Now they've got to make sure that they don't have any casualties. Jump in. Tiger, he's on top of Mid-1. Mid-1 slides to the side. Mid-1's dead. They'll get the kill. There's the buyback from the Spider. Mid-1 straight back in. See if they can chase down these kills in Alliance. Tiger has fallen. Alliance, they may have got Megas, but they cannot afford to die. They don't have buybacks. Quaitfer's gone. They're chasing for more. Secret, they've found Insania. Insania's hexed up. They may have got the Megas, but that's 2 heroes dead for over 80 seconds.
You see the Desolator bought by Nisha. They're ready. They're ready to push.
Buy a Necro book mid-1. Get someone else for the push.
He's got to buy something.
You got. I mean, maybe he's like, I don't need to, boys. We're 13-2 and 6. I knew we won this one all along. He's playing it as cool as ever, mid-1.
Hex coming out,
and he doesn't look Hex. We'll get that fixed. He's strapped the sword.
The sword's on his back now.
I mean, that looked kind of cool. That should actually be a feature.
Wow, that actually looks awesome.
Is it meant to look like that? If it didn't, it should.
I mean, look at that. He's got
it wears on his back.
On his back.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I like that. Well, yeah, intended.
Look at this Nisha with that Deso. They're looking to end it too.
I mean, they know.
It's not available.
This dude, Secret's got it, right?
They got to put a lot of pressure on.
Where's the creeps at?
Mickey's looking to just keep cutting them here. He walks behind that mid creep wave, and he does have to get it, but the damage is coming through. It's too much.
They've got it. They've got it. Secret has got it.
God.
It's over.
Holy.
So as we're saying, outdraw, easy game for Secret. As we said, Alliance, what a fight.